As the intro stated, my name is Tim Meyer. I'm 58 years old. Before taking Prodantum, I weighed 195 pounds. Had one back surgery over about 20 years ago, which was not very successful. I have ruptured 4 discs over the many years. I've had aches and pains in my joints, in my fingers, in my wrists, elbows, knees, everything. I was walking downstairs sideways, 1 foot at a time, holding onto the rail because I could not walk straight down the stairs. My chiropractor asked me to try Protantum. He didn't tell me a whole lot about it first, other than some of the science behind it, but he didn't tell me what to expect, just said he wanted to see what would happen. Well, I started Protantum, and let me think, it was about 5 days before I felt anything at all from the Protantum. That happened to be a Saturday. I woke up at 9:30 in the morning, then thought about it a second. I'd gone to bed at midnight. I'd actually slept 9.5 hours. First time I'd done that in a long time. And I woke up pretty refreshed. Normally I wake up and spend hours just in a fog. I don't drink coffee, so I don't have that to wake me up. So that was the case. I'd slept 9.5 hours. That was just amazing to me. My wife mentioned she thought she was sleeping better. Well, on day 11, I was at my chiropractor's talking about Protantum a little bit, and I noticed that my knuckles weren't red and swollen anymore, and my hands didn't hurt. And I started noticing, well, actually, my knees hadn't been hurting like they used to, and my elbows didn't hurt. So that was a neat thing to find out. Evidently, the anti-inflammation portion of the Protantum was doing its job. So anyway, on day 31, I sat down and wrote that I'd been taking Protantum for 31 days, was sleeping 7 to 7.5 hours a night now, kind of leveled off there. When I wake up in the morning, I don't have a fog at all. I wake up, feel great, I'm more energized, and all during the day, things seem to be clearer. I don't know if the eyes are getting better or if I'm thinking better, what it is, but everything just seems to be clearer. More like HD rather than old TV. And a wrist that I broke when I was 14 years old used to pop and crack and snap. Well, it doesn't make a sound anymore, and it doesn't hurt to move it. Let me see, I wrote down on day 36 that I'd actually dropped a few pounds. When we started this all off, I was at 195 pounds. On day 36, I was at 182. Now, I got out of the military weighing 165, so hey, less than 20 pounds over what I left the military at. That was pretty darn nice. I'm 6 foot tall. The 182 put me right in the center of the BMI for normal weight, where before I was overweight. So that was a nice side effect also. Main reason I decided to weigh myself was my jeans were loose. I think I'd been in a bit of a depression also. On day 36, I noticed things are brighter, feel better, and I'm positive I was in a depression before. I should also mention that my joints at day 36 no longer hurt and ache. I can walk up and down the stairs just fine. I think I would rate my pain level before taking Protantum from 3 to a 6 every day. No matter what, a good day was only a 3. Now I would say it's a 0 or a 1, because once in a while I do have a knuckle or something kind of give me a little bit of a kink, but that's it. I feel fantastic. I haven't felt this good for, years. On day 42, I wrote down my joints don't hurt anymore, and I thought that my skin was softer. The backs of my hands don't have the old age wrinkles like I used to. My wife's face looks smoother. She's been taking it with me. She's also noticed that she's dropped about 15, 20 pounds, somewhere in that range. I asked my wife how she was feeling. She said she thought everything was much clearer every day, just normally, and she was sleeping much better, woke up bright. I'm feeling the same way. I just feel fantastic. You can't take this away from me unless somebody comes up with something better. Day 56. This is the last entry I've got in my journal so far. We were driving home late at night and noticed that headlights weren't bothering me. I've got a pretty bad stigmatism. Eye doctor always said that's what gave me the problems of seeing car lights coming at me at night where it's star and halo. And then looking back at the road in front of me, it was hard to refocus on the road. So I didn't drive at night usually. Well, last night was, or the other night was the first time in a long time. And my wife mentioned it first, and then I looked at oncoming headlights. They were just clear. I looked back at the road, it's crystal clear in front of me. Seems like my night vision is better, or astigmatism slightly better. I don't know which. But it was easier to drive that night. I'll have to give it another try. But my wife was noticing the same exact thing. So for the first 2 months of taking Protandim, basically my wife and I have both found we've lost weight. We feel much better. Me, all my aches and pains and bad joints don't hurt. My wife is looking shapelier. Seems like she's lost weight in all the right places. Our skin feels softer, and we both feel like our vision is clearer, especially at night. So just wanted to give everybody what we have found from taking Protandim. It is still an experiment for us, but you won't get it away from us no matter what unless something much, much better comes out.